Wait a minute. Uh, uh, you guys read too much into things. That's the exact play our coach drew up, and we executed it perfectly. That, of course, is in response to this social media meme that's been going around that Sophie posted on her social media as well.
Sophie Cunningham just did something that perfectly captures everything broken about how the Indiana Fever operates right now. She posted a meme. Fans loved it. Caitlin Clark commented on it. The entire fan base had 24 hours of genuine fun, and then someone made her take it all back. That social media post wasn't controversial. It wasn't inappropriate. It was a player sharing a light-hearted moment with her fans after hitting a game-winning shot. But apparently, unauthorized fun is not allowed in Indianapolis.
Back. This was an exact quote. An exact quote from Lexi Hall on the radio. Quote, "We were trying to draw a foul there." I think Caitlin's a great basketball player. She made a read. Sophie was able to deliver a perfect pass to her. She knocked it down when it mattered. I can't say that's exactly what we drew up, but it worked. Lexi Hall literally come out and said, "This is not what we drew up." It went off in a different manner than it was drawn up.
Here's what actually happened. After the Fever's comeback win, a meme started circulating showing the final play. The joke was simple. Did they go rogue and ignore the coach's play call? Sophie shared it. Fans went wild. It was organic, authentic engagement. The kind of moment that builds genuine connection between players and supporters. Then assistant coach Lexi Hall went on the radio and said, quote, "I can't say that's exactly what we drew up, but it worked." She confirmed it. The play call got changed on the floor. Caitlin read the defense. Sophie made the pass. They won the game. That should have been the end of it.
Let me ask a question of you guys watching the channel. At what point is the Indiana Fever, the leadership, and Stephanie White going to quit being so concerned about what creators are saying, the media is saying, about the reactions? Why are they so worried about it? The fans actually, from the time that pass left Sophie Cunningham's hands into Caitlin Clark's hand.
But watch Sophie's follow-up post carefully. The language shift is telling. Suddenly it's, "You guys read too much into things," and that was the exact play our coach drew up. Except Lexi Hall already debunked that on the radio. So either Sophie is contradicting her own assistant coach, or someone told her to clean this up. And based on how the Fever organization has operated all season, which scenario seems more likely? This is the same front office that's been putting out misleading injury reports for months. The same leadership that's created such a culture of distrust that fans automatically assume they're being lied to.
And on top of it, Sophie, right, wrong, or indifferent, the Fever get what's coming to them, the leadership and the coach, because of how they've handled this Caitlin Clark injury. That's where it all starts. That's where the distrust started. The way they handled it last year, how they've handled it this year, they're still putting out a bullshit injury report with, quote, "probable" on it. Now, I was going to go up to Indianapolis and check out a game this year. You think I'm spending all that money off well, she's probably going to play. Well, we're going to put that out just to give people a heads up. There's a slim chance she's not going to play. No, that's dishonest.
Let's talk about why this distrust exists, because it didn't appear out of nowhere. It started with how the organization handled Caitlin Clark's injury situation last season. Vague updates, inconsistent messaging, fans left guessing whether their star player would even suit up. Then this season, they're still listing her as probable on injury reports when everyone knows she's playing. That's not transparency, that's covering your bases legally while giving fans nothing useful. You want people to buy tickets, travel to Indianapolis, book hotels, then tell them the truth about who's available. But the Fever keeps playing these games, and now nobody believes anything they say.
So Caitlin's the coach now. Right. Nobody's going to believe this. Of course, Sophie, we would never read too much into anything around here. Look, we're just getting tagged all over the place. Oh, come on, Sophie. Let us have a little fun. I miss the days when Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and others like them in the NBA told their coaches what play they were going to run instead of the ones drawn, and they did it. I also miss good.
The comment section under Sophie's retraction tells you everything you need to know. Did the front office give you a call? The Indiana Fever organization made Sophie say she was joking. Sophie, can we see you in the office, please? Fans aren't stupid. They can read between the lines. They watched the play happen live. They heard Lexi Hall's radio interview. They saw Sophie's original post, and now they're watching her walk it back with an explanation that contradicts what her own coach already confirmed. This isn't about basketball anymore. This is about an organization that's so terrified of losing control of the narrative that they'll make their players lie to maintain it.
2024? Shit, that seems like a decade ago. The amount of fun we were having watching that team. And the fan base finally got something to cheer about. The last, what time did Sophie put this up? 9:28. So for 24 hours, fans got to have fun. And look, you might be like, damn, are you going in on Sophie? No. I'm not stupid. Sorry, Sophie, I'm not going to believe somebody didn't tell you to say this. I'm not.
Here's what makes this particularly frustrating. The 2024 season was fun, remember that. The fan base was energized, engaged, excited about Fever basketball for the first time in years. Caitlin Clark brought millions of new eyes to the league. Sophie Cunningham became a fan favorite for her personality and her game. The team had chemistry, the content was organic, and now, in 2025, all of that momentum feels like it's being systematically killed by an organization that's more concerned with optics than authenticity. They had something special, and they're suffocating it with corporate damage control.
It is distrust, a feeling of dishonesty. Yeah, I believe you. Sure. Yeah, okay. We fans are always wrong about everything. Did the front office give you a call? We didn't need you to confirm, Sophie. We already read the play. Yeah, okay. I mean, come on. The Indiana Fever organization made Sophie say she was joking. And the lie detector determined that was a lie. Clean up on aisle 7. Stephanie White, PP, stinking up.
Think about what this moment actually was before the Fever ruined it. Two players in a high-pressure situation made a basketball decision that won them the game. That's not controversy. That's not insubordination. That's basketball IQ. Caitlin Clark saw something in the defense, changed the play at the line, and Sophie executed perfectly. Those are the kinds of moments that define great teams. Players who trust each other enough to make those split-second adjustments. Instead of celebrating that chemistry, instead of letting fans enjoy that connection, the organization stepped in and made it weird. They turned a feel-good moment into damage control. They made Sophie issue a statement that contradicts her own coach's words. And for what? To protect Stephanie White's ego? To maintain some illusion of control? Let's be clear about something. Nobody actually believes Sophie's retraction. Not one person. The fans don't believe it. The media doesn't believe it. Probably half the Fever organization doesn't believe it. But that's not the point, is it? The point is making sure everyone knows who's in charge. The point is reminding players that they don't get to control their own narratives, even on their personal social media accounts. The point is shutting down any storyline that suggests coaches aren't in complete control of every single play. But here's the problem with that approach. You can force a player to post a retraction. You can't force fans to believe it. You can control the official statement. You can't control how that statement makes your organization look. And right now, the Indiana Fever look petty, controlling, and dishonest. The comparison to Larry Bird and Michael Jordan isn't just nostalgia. Those players regularly told coaches what plays they were running in crucial moments. That wasn't seen as disrespect. That was seen as championship mentality. Players who had earned the right to make those calls because they had the talent and the track record to back it up. Caitlin Clark is that caliber of player. She's the best player in the WNBA. She reads defenses better than anyone in the league. And when she sees something, she should have the freedom to adjust. But the Fever can't allow that narrative to exist publicly, because it suggests that maybe Stephanie White's play call wasn't the best option. Maybe the drawn-up play had a flaw that Caitlin identified in real time. Maybe the players have better instincts than the coaching staff in certain situations. Those are uncomfortable truths for an organization that's trying to establish authority and control. So instead, we get this absurd situation where Sophie has to pretend that a play her assistant coach already confirmed was changed on the floor was actually exactly what we drew up. We get fans who are having genuine fun for 24 hours, getting told they read too much into things. We get an organization choosing ego protection over authentic fan engagement. And here's what really bothers me about this. Sophie Cunningham is one of the most genuine, engaging personalities in the WNBA. Her podcast, her social media presence, her interactions with fans, all of it feels real. That's rare in professional sports. Most players are so media-trained and risk-averse that everything they say sounds like it came from a PR handbook. Sophie isn't like that. She's authentic, she connects with people, and that authenticity is exactly why fans love her. But now the organization has put her in an impossible position. She either maintains that authenticity and risks more confrontations with management, or she plays it safe and becomes just another corporate spokesperson. Neither option is fair to her. She shouldn't have to choose between being herself and keeping her bosses happy. That's not a healthy organizational culture. The Fever keep making the same mistake over and over. They prioritize control over connection. They choose official narratives over organic moments. They shut down fun because it doesn't fit their approved messaging. And every single time, it backfires. Every time they try to manage the story, they just create more distrust. Every time they force a player to walk something back, they reinforce the perception that this organization isn't honest with its fans. You want to know why people are so cynical about the Fever? This is why. Because when something good happens, when players and fans are genuinely enjoying a moment together, the organization finds a way to kill it. They can't just let people be happy. They have to step in and correct the record and make sure everyone knows that actually, it wasn't as cool as you thought it was, and you were wrong to enjoy it that way. That's not leadership, that's insecurity. Confident organizations don't need to control every narrative. They trust their players to represent the team well. They understand that authentic moments create stronger fan connections than carefully managed PR campaigns. They recognize that sometimes the best thing to do is stay out of the way and let the story tell itself. But the Fever don't operate that way. They never have. And until they change that fundamental approach, until they start trusting their players and respecting their fans' intelligence, these situations are going to keep happening. Sophie won't be the last player forced to issue an awkward retraction. This won't be the last time the organization chooses damage control over authenticity. So here's my question for you. Do you believe Sophie's retraction? Do you actually think that play was drawn up exactly the way it happened? Or do you think she got a phone call from someone in the front office telling her to clean this up? Because I know what I think, and based on the comment section, I know what most fans think too. The Fever had 24 hours where their fan base was united, excited, and having genuine fun. 24 hours where Sophie and Caitlin were connecting with supporters over a great basketball moment. And the organization couldn't handle it. They had to step in. They had to correct the record. They had to make sure everyone knew that actually, you weren't supposed to enjoy it that way. That's the Indiana Fever in 2025. A team with incredible talent, passionate fans, and an organization that keeps getting in its own way. Drop a comment and let me know what you think really happened here. And if you want more honest WNBA coverage that doesn't just repeat official statements, hit that subscribe button.